All right, so welcome to our deep dive, everybody. We're going to be talking about contemporary lit today.
Yeah.
And, you've sent us some really interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Um, articles and notes and things
Yeah.
about this really, I think, exciting area.
Yeah.
And we're going to be kind of uncovering what makes it tick today.
Yeah.
So, so let's get into it. Contemporary lit, right? So, like, imagine all the old rules are just out the window.
Right.
Like, no more, like, those stuffy old gatekeepers dictating what's good and what's not.
Yeah.
Sounds kind of liberating, right?
It is exciting, but it also
Yeah.
kind of brings up some really interesting questions.
Okay.
The shift in power.
Yeah.
And, part of this is from technology
Yeah.
and, self-publishing and all that.
Right.
Has kind of led some people to say that everyone's a literary genius now.
Okay, so, like, everyone's a literary genius now. Like,
Mhm.
what does that even mean? Does that mean quality is not important anymore?
I think it's definitely a provocative statement.
Yeah.
And it really speaks to this idea of,
Yeah.
democratized access to
Yeah.
publishing.
Yeah.
Anyone with a story to tell can potentially reach a global audience, and they
Yeah.
can kind of bypass those traditional
Yeah.
gatekeepers, publishing houses,
Yeah.
literary journals.
Right. Right.
And that's a good thing,
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
undeniably.
Sure. But, I mean,
Yeah.
isn't there a difference between accessibility and quality?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I write grocery lists, but that doesn't make me Hemingway.
Exactly.
Well,
And that's where
well.
the debate really gets interesting.
Okay.
Because when those traditional filters are gone,
Yeah.
readers have to be more discerning, right? And kind
Right.
of develop
Oh.
their own criteria
Yeah.
for judging quality.
Mhm.
So it's a more active role for the reader.
So, as an expert, how do you navigate this? Like, how do
Well,
you
yeah.
separate the wheat from the chaff?
Yeah, I think for me, it's all about innovation
Okay.
and pushing boundaries.
Okay.
Like take, for example, experimental novels.
Okay.
Like Mark Z. Danielewski's House of Leaves.
Oh, okay.
It's this labyrinthine story
Yeah.
with like footnotes within footnotes.
Oh, wow.
And, pages are printed sideways and upside down.
Yeah.
It really demands you to be an active reader.
Wow.
It plays with the physical form
Okay.
of the book
Oh, yeah.
itself.
Oh, I remember reading that.
Yeah.
It was like falling down a literary rabbit hole.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what's so exciting about contemporary literature.
Yeah.
It's not afraid
Right.
to experiment, to break the mold,
Okay.
to challenge our assumptions
Right.
about what a novel can even be.
So it's not just experimental novels, though, right?
Right.
We're also seeing this explosion
Yeah.
of flash fiction.
Yeah.
These little tiny stories
Right.
packed with emotion in just a few paragraphs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think it speaks to our, shrinking attention spans, our fast-paced lives.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they can be incredibly powerful.
Right.
They offer glimpses
Yeah.
into entire worlds and characters in
Yeah.
just a few sentences.
It's like concentrated literary espresso.
I love that.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
speaking of forms that pack a punch,
Yeah.
we can't forget about graphic novels.
The graphic novels.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to think of those as, well, just comics,
Yeah.
But the graphic novels I've seen lately,
Mm-hmm.
there's something else entirely.
They are
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Art Spiegelman's Maoists.
Yeah.
It tells, the story of the Holocaust.
Right.
But using this graphic novel format and the illustrations, the black and white, the characters,
Yeah.
they all add these layers of meaning
Yeah.
and emotional depth
Yeah.
that you just wouldn't get
Right.
in a traditional novel.
Yeah, so it seems like contemporary lit is about
Yeah.
breaking down barriers, blurring the lines
Right.
between high art and popular culture,
Exactly.
between different forms of storytelling.
Precisely. And, that brings us to a really fascinating question.
Oh.
With technology constantly evolving,
Yeah.
the lines between literature and other forms of media are blurring even further.
Right.
So what does the future hold?
Wow. Yeah.
How will we be consuming stories
Yeah.
in the years to come?
Whoa, will we be reading novels
Yikes.
on our smartwatches?
Right.
Will AI write the next bestseller?
Who knows?
Right.
But I think that's the beauty of it.
Uh-huh.
Contemporary literature, it's alive.
Right.
It's breathing. It's constantly evolving.
Yeah.
It's pushing boundaries.
Right.
It's challenging us
Yeah.
to reconsider,
Yeah.
what it means to tell a story.
So I think the takeaway for you as a reader is,
Yeah.
be open to new experiences.
Yeah, yeah.
Challenge your assumptions
Yeah.
about what makes good literature.
Right.
And most importantly, get out there and explore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was great.
I hope you check out contemporary literature.
Me too.
And
Yeah.
see you next time.
All right, see you later.